This chapter hurts, but I trust the author's intent. My God, I've been there. This chapter in my life hurts, but God, I trust your intent. That's a different level of surrender. That's why so many people don't give their life to Christ, but they can go to church. I say that week after week after week, but God has shown me there's a difference between a church goer and a believer. Yep. Because a believer is like, listen, this chapter hurts, but I trust the author's intent. I can lose everything, but I trust the author's intent. I'm not focused on what it looks like or what it feels like. And you be real with God. Yeah. I'm not saying every trial that I went through, I was skipping and giving God praise. No, I was mad, fussing, cussing, hurt, but I got to the point to say, you know what? I trust God's intent. You got to be like Job sometime and get mad. That's God, right. I don't like this. Yep. God, this don't feel good. God, I want to hurt them. God, I want to knock their block off. God, I want to go off. God, I want to go back to my old ways. God, somebody stole my tools and I know I can get them. God, somebody did this to me and I want to go at their neck. But I trust your intent. This doesn't feel good. Why would you bring this person into my life and they causing me so much hell? But God, I trust your intent. That's a different level of surrender. Yep. The devil wants to convince you that your story is over, but he doesn't get the final word. God does. When you understand who God is, you stop even giving the devil attention. That's right. You start going after him in prayer and start realizing everything he does is to get you off of what God has already told you was coming. Here it is. Satan can touch the chapter, but he can't touch the conclusion. God will allow Satan to touch a chapter, but he can't touch the conclusion. Man. He may edit your circumstances, but he can't rewrite your destiny. Do y'all see what God is doing and what the enemy tries to do? Yes. But we focus on what the enemy does and forget the divine author. He can rearrange some lines, but he can't delete the author's promise. That's good. We have a whole promise from God, but we get mad when the enemy throws us one line of negativity. That's true. Your pain doesn't end your story. It just changes the tone of the next page. Your pain doesn't change your story. That's good. It just changes the tone of the next page. So don't confuse a rough chapter with a ruined story. That's good. Everybody has a rough chapter, but that's not the finalization of the book. The devil may have permission to test, but he never has the authority to finish. Amen. Think about that. The enemy touches us and we cry and run like we're finished. And God is like, listen, I wrote the story. I told you you win. So why are you mad about a little frustration? Amen. Right? I mean, even some of the best boxers get knocked down sometimes. Yes. Yeah. Does that mean that they're not going to win? They go back in that corner, their coach begins to tell them what to do, and they get back up. And they start bobbing and weaving. That's why you got somebody in your corner. But you get one little knockdown, and you start feeling defeated, and you lose all of your training. Yeah. People train for that moment. Point number 3.